What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Toxic Talks, episode number 23. It's been a good week. It's been a good week. And we will get into the reasoning why, but it's been a good week, all things considered, compared to what we've been going through. So we got a decent amount to talk about. But first, as you guys can see from the different adjustment, we've been making some changes. I think it's time since basically all the changes that we made before didn't really work out so much. So we're trying new things, going back to some old things, and yeah, there'll be a little bit of a announcement for this video. So if you end up watching it before Sunday stream, because we are also changing the time that this goes live to 12 on Sunday instead of 7 on Sunday. Um, so you guys will hear that announcement. But as you can see, just by the camera itself, we changed some things up, and we'll go more into that later. But first things first, of course, we have to talk about gaming, and there's not too much gaming news for me, but there's a lot because we just had a Summer Games Fest. But first things first, Expedition 33. Uh, I think we're basically done with it. We tried to go to New Game Plus 3. It's not that it's hard, but what we wanted to do was a Lumina farm, and it ended up being that New Game Plus 3, it was a lot more difficult than it should have been. So it seems like something that you'd have to do on a brand new game. And quite honestly, don't know if I don't know if I really want to do that. I'll be honest. I might, well, not might. I definitely will come back to it later, but I'll see how I feel about completely starting a new game and getting everything. But I will say though, it is an incredible game. I still stand by the fact that it is 100% game of the year. There's nothing even fucking close to it. Um, it will take so many awards. It's absolutely phenomenal. Again, if you have not tried Expedition 33, it is worth every fucking dollar you spend on that game. It is so good. So good. I cannot emphasize it enough. I'm so genuine. Please go play it. You can get number one so many hours out of it, but the story itself is just mwah, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. But for the time being, I think we are in well, I think we're done with it for a little bit. In terms of Night Rain, though, we've had a decent amount of fun playing it this week. I think I'm gonna continue playing it, but not on stream. I'll probably end up playing it either with my friends or just off stream as sort of a casual game because we ended up finishing all the Night Rain bosses. We understand the loop of it, and for the most part, we have pretty good relics, but um, we have other plans. We do have other plans. But I will say, it is an enjoyable game. This week's video, we're doing a review on it, and we're doing one more game of it, in fact. Um, and, well, I hope you guys enjoy that, because, again, Night Rain is a decently fun game. Just like Expedition 33, you'll definitely get your money's worth out of it. However, I will say it's definitely not as good as Expedition 33. Definitely not as good. We got spoiled with that. So, but you'll again, it's still an enjoyable game. You'll still have a good time with it. Now, on to the big news, the big news. Summer Games Fest happened. What was it, yesterday? And oh boy. Oh boy. So, first things first, we're going to talk about the games that I'm probably not going to get, but I thought were extraordinarily interesting. So, of course, the big announcement for the for Summer Games Fest was what was it? Something 9. Resident Evil 9. Yeah, that's right. All right, I was thinking of something dead, but Resident Evil 9 uh is coming out very shortly, within the next year. And I mean, that looks interesting. I've never really played Resident Evil. I have watched people play it. Not really my game. I do enjoy horror, but for some weird reason, I despise the horror game genre. Like I've played the one where you're like a journalist and you go into like the asylum. I forget what that one's called, but I just don't enjoy horror games. I love horror movies though. Oh. I will watch a horror movie as much as possible. And in fact, I'm planning on watching I think it's the final movie of the Conjuring series. I will say though, the last one was kind of mid. What was it? The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, I think it was called, which was about a case where uh, I don't want to spoil it, but it is based on a real life case in the United States where it's basically like, okay, we believe in God, so we have to believe in the devil too, kind of thing. Like the devil made me do it. Again, not gonna get religious into it, but that's at least the premise of the video. So it was all right. It wasn't great. I would probably give it about a 5. All things considered, I enjoyed The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2. Um, what was it? Coming Home. I didn't watch Annabelle, but that's just because I didn't think it really looked too interesting. But all the rest of them, they seemed good. But um, Resident Evil 9, back to that. I know I had a little side step, but Resident Evil 9 is coming out. Another game that, dude, if only I had a VR, Deadpool VR absolutely stole the fucking show. If you guys have a VR, that game, oh, mwah, it looks so good, so good. I might have to get myself a VR just to play the game because it looks incredible. But I'm hoping it's not just on VR or they eventually come out with it on a different platform, i.e., PC or Xbox. But we'll have to end up seeing that. Um, and also in terms of things related to the stream, our creators finally got announced. People were speculating June 6th because whatever reason, but they did say sometime in October if I remember correctly. I was planning just in case things shift in life, so I was planning just in case if it came out June 6th, but I was under the impression that it was like June 28th, or sorry, October 28th, and well, it's actually ending up to like basically release October 30th. At least that's the plan. Who knows if they're going to change it, but um well, October 30th, we're going to be playing Arc Raiders. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it looks incredible. A lot of people are really excited for that game. I'm excited for that game. It's an extraction shooter kind of thing, but it's more like how I describe it is it's basically once human met Tarkov, so that's why I think it looks incredible because I played both games. I've enjoyed both games, and um, well, we'll have to see what ends up happening with that. I feel like it's a game that could probably last quite a while. Also, what was it? Tarkov is being released at the end of the year or something. I don't know. There's so like this year is an overwhelming amount of freaking video games to play, all of which I think a lot of people want to play. It's so overwhelming. All things considered, we had COVID basically destroy so many industries, whether it be movies, music, video games. Um, so, well, we're getting spoiled now. We're getting spoiled now, which is one of the reasons why. Well, I shouldn't say one of the reasons why, but basically, uh, at least the past 2 weeks, I've been sort of playing a few video games at once. A little bit inconsistent. I usually play a video game for either like 6 months to a little over a year. Eh, well, we got too many that I want to try out, so that's basically how we're going about it. But at least for now, until Arc Raiders, I don't have any plans for play another game. There wasn't really another interesting one. Like there were cool looking ones, but nothing that really caught my eye from Summer Games Fest between now and Arc Raiders. Maybe we'll see after Arc Raiders what ends up happening, but at least for now, and this is sort of, I guess I would say, the big announcement. So for those who have been around for a while, number one, you guys will know that my old schedule was from 2 to 10. Now, this worked out for me relatively well, but it didn't work out for anyone around me. So I ended up switching my schedule to 11 to 7 to still be able to do work, but allow to spend time with now my ex, but also my family. Now, however, I don't really have that issue as you guys know. So the plan is starting Sunday. I'm recording this on Saturday. So when this video goes live, I will start streaming from 4 to 12 Eastern time. Uh and another big announcement is we will be returning to War Thunder for the time being. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed my War Thunder streams. I my thing is I needed a break from it. My mental health again not terribly great while playing it, but for those wondering what like toxic, if your mental health wasn't so great, why are you returning to it? Um, I don't know. I'm getting a craving for War Thunder, and this time it's not going to be as long. I think last time was what, like 9, 10, 11 months, something like that. So we'll have to see how long, but I'm at least the plan is from now to Arc Raiders we'll be playing War Thunder and just having a good time doing it. So that's that's a pretty big announcement, and we'll I mean we're, like that's the thing for me is I never leave anything off the table if I say want to return to like Once Human or even New World or just any game, even Call of Duty. I'm more than happy to, but number one, I have to feel inspired to do so because otherwise I'm not going to be making good content for you guys. But also, like, there has to be some like pull to me to be able to play the game. So, like for a game like New World, there's nothing really pulling me back to that game. However, War Thunder, as you guys know, I've played competitive World of Tanks. I know tank history. I know well, World War II history like nobody's business. I once outsmarted my World War II professor, which was an interesting time. I think he enjoyed that honestly quite frequently. He was a very fun and good teacher. But like those games, I will say more than anything, always have a pull to me because I have a genuine interest for the subject. So I can return back to War Thunder. You'll probably hear the same complaints. I know nothing has really gotten better. So I I know a lot of people who used to play War Thunder with me come in and hey, when are you playing War Thunder? I'm like, I don't know when, but probably not anytime soon. Um, they say, "Oh yeah, nothing's really changed. They've added this, they've done this." But we'll see what ends up happening. Either way, I am prepared. I have my door mounted punching bag, so if I ever need to let off some steam, I got my punching bag. So, but yeah, that's at least the plan for the next at least 5 months ish, give or take, and we'll have some fun with it. I think the plan is to finish off the Swedish ground tech tree, go back to America, finish off whatever new stuff they came out with for both ground and air. Do the same thing for Germany, ground and air, and then I think what I want to do is, and it's going to be a pain in my ass, but finish off the Swedish air tech tree. And then I'm debating on what I want to do next. I mean, we have plenty of time to get through all this, so that's not an issue. But I'm debating if I want to start like if I want to start Japan, because Japan is a very good one. I think I would love the Type 90 and the Type X tanks. I don't like the air tree is literally just taken from America, so I know I won't have a problem with that. But I have a feeling I will assuredly love the Japanese ground tech tree quite a bit. They don't have armor, but a 4 second reload. Ooh, that sounds extraordinarily nice. So we'll see about that. But again, that will last us for a little bit, and then we'll try out Arc Raiders. If that doesn't work, we can obviously return to War Thunder. But there's a lot of games coming out. There are a lot of games, so we'll have to wait and see. And Borderlands 4, dude, Randy Pitchford, they just need to shut that fucking dude's mouth up because he's just destroying the Borderlands franchise right now as we speak. And that's the thing is a lot of people loved Randy Pitchford, but oh boy, he needs to just not talk anymore. So we'll see if we end up buying it. Probably not, honestly. If I had to guess, this is going to be the second Borderlands. I do not end up buying that in Tiny Tina's, but that's not because I don't think that Borderlands 4 would be a good game, but just more so the fact that Well, when a company expects you to pay for a product that's well ridiculous, it's like no thank you. And for those who don't know the situation, basically Randy Pitchford told someone that they should, if they're a true fan, they should cough up $80 basically as it like a, oh yeah, like we're increasing our prices to $80, so if you're a true fan you'll find a way. It's like number one, for those who don't know or can't see, if you guys look at my camera, I have a giant ass Borderlands poster in frame. So you guys know I'm a huge fucking Borderlands fan, but I will never ever be guilted into buying a fucking product ever. Ever. You do that, I'm gone. I'm gone. And I don't even think twice about it. I don't think twice about it. Not to mention, people are like, oh, well, inflation. What people don't understand is video games can set the price however they want outside of like labor costs and the materials. And for video games, it's not really so much labor costs and materials. It's like buying assets or basically buying the software to be able to do it. But those costs aren't that terribly great if we're being honest. Like, don't get me wrong, you look at a game like fucking GTA, yeah, no shit, because they're literally using technology that, well, nobody's ever seen before. So it costs quite a bit. You have voice actors, you like that game, of course. But most video games, a few tens of millions, maybe a couple hundreds of millions, or in the case of like Schedule One, fucking $20 or whatever. So like it really all depends on it. However, what I will say is inflation does not justify that price increase. You want to know why? What you have to show exactly what on your cost basis like actually went up with inflation. You actually have to show me that. And I can almost guarantee there's basically nothing that has gone up in that. But I can tell you what has gone up. The gaming community has increased substantially. Gaming outweighs pretty much like most industries. If you take music and movies combined, it outweighs them like if you combine them together. It's incredible. So there's no like I'm not going to feel guilt tripped. Oh, inflation is making us need but yet like say a game like GTA, they'll make fucking 40 billion in their first weekend after spending 2 billion. Yeah, give me a fucking break. No, thank you. Like I have no sympathy for people who don't understand number 1 basic economics on that fact, and number 2 who try to guilt trip people who don't know basic economics. So fuck Randy Pitchford, absolute little shitbag. He should probably not talk anymore in regards to Borderlands 4, and he should probably talk to a PR team and try to remedy this situation. I mean, he's trying to by saying, "Oh, Borderlands 2 is free this weekend on Epic," or Borderlands what's it called? Tiny Tina's is free out this weekend. It's like nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. Someone needs to tell this man what they want to hear. If they want to bring it down to fucking $65, $60, sure, I can understand that. But jumping up to fucking 80 and then trying to guilt people, nope, I have no sympathy for you. Fuck you. But anyway, that's my rant on that. And that covers basically everything in terms of gaming. Now to why we've been having a relatively good week. So, nothing really good has happened this week, I will say. There's nothing like special, there's nothing like crazy. Like I didn't win the lottery, but nothing bad has happened. Nothing terribly bad has happened. I've had a extraordinarily normal week. Extraordinarily normal week. And that's something I think I've needed for a really, really long time. I've gone, what is it? We're 6 months in. I've gone basically, well, at least from the beginning of the year, I would say from at minimum, my birthday, there hasn't been really terribly anything like normal. But this week, so normal. Like nothing to complain about, nothing to be like, oh shit, like this is amazing. It's just normal. It's peaceful. It's like I'm I'm just riding the wave right now, as I would say. I'm just riding the wave. And it's so great. And this sort of brings me to my point for people is you don't need to have a good week, have crazy things happen in your week to have a good week. It just needs to be normal because it can always be worse. It can always be worse. Look for the silver linings in life. Trust me. And I know that's a cheesy thing to say, but quite literally, you could go through a medical procedure. You could have, in like say in my case, you have someone crash into your car. You can fucking go through a breakup. You can have a loved one say die on you, and God forbid that happens to someone. But like like you guys understand what I mean. Like shit can get real really quickly. It can get real extraordinarily quickly. So be thankful that times where nothing like crazy happens, you don't win the lottery, you don't I don't know what someone would consider good. Win the lottery, get a I don't know, get a celebrity girlfriend, or I don't know. I don't really think of celebrity like crushes as a good thing, but I don't, whatever you think would be good. Like it doesn't need to be that way. It just needs to be mundane. And I know mundane can be boring, but it's better than having fucking terrible things happen in your life. It's so much better. So much better. Like you would think that I had the craziest like best experience this week. No, 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 no. I'm just I'm just having a normal week after having so many crazy weeks, and I'm very very thankful for that. Very thankful for that. So remember guys, you don't need to have a great week to have a great week. You just don't need to have a bad week to have a great week. Because trust me, take it from someone who's had day after day, week after week, month after month for quite a bit of time. Enjoy the mundane days, weeks, and months. They don't happen too often. And trust me when I say this, you're going to want to enjoy it. You are going to want to enjoy it. But that's just about to do it for Toxic Talks episode number 23. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And for those who have watched this far, let me know if you guys are excited for the new schedule, as well as me returning back to War Thunder for the time being. I know I made a lot of my community on there, and I didn't want to leave them, but I don't want to be chained down to a singular game. It's like saying, "Oh, you can only have burgers and fries for the rest of your life," and I'm just like, no, thank you. But we are returning, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, take care, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.